They're on social media. They see your posts. They watch your stories. They know what's happening in your life. But they never post anything themselves. No photos. No stories. Their profile is a ghost town while they silently observe everyone else's life. And people wonder, why are they even on here? What are they doing? Are they judging us? Here's what psychology reveals. People who never post on social media but watch everything aren't creepy, antisocial, or judgmental. They have specific psychological patterns that make lurking feel safer, smarter, and more authentic than performing. Here's the real psychology of people who never post on social media but watch every first. They're privacy protectors. In a world where everyone shares everything, they've made a conscious decision that their life isn't public content. Psychologist Dr. Curated research on privacy in the digital age shows that some people maintain strong boundaries between their private lives and public personas, and social media posting violates that boundary. Here's what drives this. They value privacy, not secrecy, not hiding, privacy. They don't believe their vacation, their relationship, their achievements, or their struggles need to be broadcast for validation or documentation. Dr. Dana Boyd's research on context collapse shows that social media collapses all your contexts, work, family, friends, acquaintances, into one audience. And for privacy protectors, that feels invasive and uncomfortable. What this looks like, they'll message you privately about your life. They'll engage one-on-one, but they won't perform their own life publicly. Research by Dr. Lee Rainey on privacy attitudes shows that privacy concerns on social media are increasing, especially among people who witness the consequences of oversharing, drama, judgment, professional impacts, or simply the exhaustion of maintaining a curated public image. Second, they have performance fatigue. They realize that social media isn't about authentic connection. It's about performance, and they're tired of performing. Psychologist Dr. Irving Goffman's work on self-presentation shows that social media is fundamentally performative. You're managing how others see you, curating an image, crafting a persona. Here's what creates the fatigue. Every post is performance. You're not just sharing a photo. You're choosing the right photo, the right caption, the right time to post. You're anticipating responses, managing impressions, and adjusting based on engagement. Dr. Bernie Hogan's research on social media authenticity shows that the gap between authentic self and performed self creates psychological strain. What happens to people with performance fatigue is they recognize the game and decide not to play. Third, they're social comparison avoiders. They've learned that posting on social media opens them up to comparison, and comparison makes them miserable. Psychologist Dr. Leon Festinger's social comparison theory shows that humans naturally compare themselves to others, and social media is a comparison machine. Here's a psychological trap. When you post, you compare your behind-the-scenes reality to everyone else's highlight reel. Your messy vacation to their perfect one. Your real relationship to their performed one. Your actual achievement to their exaggerated one. Dr. Jan Kruz's research on social comparison on social media shows that upward comparison, comparing to people who seem better off, creates envy, anxiety, and decreased well-being. What comparison avoiders have figured out is that not posting protects them from this cycle that if they don't post their vacation, they can't compare the engagement it gets to someone else's post. If they don't post their achievements, they can't measure their worth by likes and comments. If they don't share their life, they can't feel inadequate when others' lives seem better. Fourth, they're authenticity seekers. They realize that social media encourages inauthenticity, and they'd rather not participate than participate inauthentically. Psychologist Dr. Michael Kernis's research on authenticity shows that authentic people have strong alignment between their internal experience and external expression, and social media makes that alignment difficult. Here's the disconnect. Social media rewards certain content. Happy posts get more engagement than sad ones. Success gets more likes than struggle. Aesthetic photos outperform real ones. So people learn to post what performs, not what's real. Dr. Amanda Lenhart's research on teen social media use shows that even young people understand they're curating a version of themselves that isn't entirely true. What authenticity seekers do is refuse to participate in that curation. They won't post a happy photo if they're actually struggling. They won't share the success if it required failures they're not ready to expose. They won't perform wellness if they're actually falling apart. And since social media doesn't reward authenticity, they simply don't post. Fifth, they're observers by nature. Some people are simply more comfortable watching than being watched. It's temperament, not dysfunction. Psychologist Dr. Jerome Kagan's research on behavioral inhibition shows that some people are neurologically wired to be more cautious, observant, and less novelty-seeking. And that extends to social media behavior. What happens on social media is that observers use it the way they use real life. They show up, they pay attention, they understand what's happening, but they don't need to be the main character. Research by Dr. Susan Cain on introversion shows that many introverts prefer low-stimulation environments and avoid being the focus of attention. Social media posting creates attention and stimulation. Not posting avoids it. Here's what psychology is clear about. People who never post on social media but watch everything aren't effective users doing it wrong. They're privacy protectors who value boundaries. They're performance fatigue people who've opted out of the curation game. They're social comparison avoiders protecting their mental health. They're authenticity seekers who refuse to perform. And they're observers by nature who engage by watching this. Oh, if someone watches your content, but never posts their own, they're not judging you. They're not creeping on you. They're just being private, authentic, or observant in a performative world. And if that's you, you don't owe anyone content. You don't owe anyone performance. Your life isn't content. Your existence isn't a feed. Watch, don't post, and be completely okay with that.